Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil mursalin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Hadirin serta hadirat yang dirahmati Allah sekalian, bagi memberkati program kita pada pagi ini, marilah kita mulakan dengan membaca Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, syukur kita kehadirat ilahi kerana dengan limpah kurnianya kita telah dapat sama-sama dalam program webinar Sustainable Energy Series bagi kali yang kedua untuk tahun 2023 ini, yang bertajuk Energy Management System Best Practices Towards Achieving Business and Sustainability Goals. Pihak penganjur iaitu Pusat Pengurusan Tenaga dan Kampus Lestari UNIMAP atau ringkasnya COSCEM mengalu-alukan kehadiran semua hadirin dan hadirat ke program pada hari ini, yang mana kita nampak ramai daripada kalangan warga UNIMAP dan ada juga dari wakil-wakil daripada agensi kerajaan dan ada juga para profesional daripada syarikat-syarikat swasta yang dapat turut serta dalam program pada pagi ini. Sebagai tambahan juga, webinar pada pagi ini turut disiarkan secara langsung melalui FB Live UNIMAP. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hadirin hadirat yang dirahmati Allah sekalian, pada bulan lalu pihak COSCEM telah menganjurkan webinar Sustainable Energy Series bagi kali yang pertama yang membincangkan berkenaan dengan systematic approach of evaluating ACMV system performance. Pada hari ini kita akan meneruskan lagi agenda sustainability kita dengan berbincang berkenaan dengan satu tajuk yang amat penting, iaitu Energy Management System. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sidang hadirin, hadirat yang dirahmati Allah sekalian, isu berkenaan dengan perubahan iklim. Isu berkenaan dengan perubahan iklim adalah satu isu yang amat membimbangkan, yang bukan saja di negara kita Malaysia, malah di peringkat antarabangsa. Kesan-kesan kepada perubahan iklim ini adalah seperti ketidaktentuan cuaca boleh dirasai sehingga ke negara kita yang mana berpunca daripada isu pemanasan global. Di peringkat antarabangsa, Malaysia telah memberikan komitmen untuk mengurangkan intensiti pelepasan gas rumah hijau, merentasi ekonomi sebanyak 45% berdasarkan keluaran dalam negara kasar pada tahun 2030 berbanding tahun 2005. Sehubungan itu, banyak inisiatif yang telah dijalankan bagi mencapai matlamat tersebut untuk sektor industri ataupun bangunan komersial, dan salah satu yang dijalankan ialah program Energy Management System ataupun sistem pengurusan tenaga. Bagi mengupas dan menjelaskan dengan lebih lanjut berkenaan program ini, pihak COSCEM telah membawakan seorang yang tidak asing lagi dalam bidang energy management, iaitu Encik Zaini bin Abdul Wahab selaku founder dan principal consultant bagi syarikat Green Pacer Sdn Berhad. Assalamualaikum Encik Zaini.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okey, pihak Rustia, pihak COSCEM dan pihak UNIMAP merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada Encik Zaini kerana menerima jemputan untuk bersama-sama kita pada pagi ini dalam menjayakan webinar Sustainable Energy Series. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, untuk pengetahuan sidang pendengar, sesi Q&A secara ofisialnya kita akan jalankan selepas sesi ceramah. Walau bagaimanapun, tuan-tuan boleh menulis soalan-soalan sekiranya terdapat isu-isu yang yang memerlukan kupasan dengan lebih lanjut di bahagian in-call messages, dan penceramah kita akan melihat in-call messages dari semasa ke semasa dan akan menjawabnya mungkin di tengah-tengah sesi. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sebelum kita serahkan majlis kepada Encik Zaini, saya ingin membacakan sedikit latar belakang beliau. Encik Zaini bin Abdul Wahab adalah Energy Management Consultant selama lebih daripada 25 tahun berpengalaman dalam bidang energy efficiency dan sustainable energy development industries. Beliau menerima master degree dalam bidang energy management daripada Unit 10 dan memegang bachelor degrees dalam bidang mechanical engineering daripada Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Beliau juga merupakan certified expert dalam bidang energy management system daripada UNIDO dan certified ISO 50001 lead auditor. Beliau juga merupakan registered electrical energy manager REM yang berdaftar dengan Suruhanjaya Tenaga dan merupakan certified energy auditor dan accredited energy measurement and verification MNV professional daripada Malaysia, MISCO, Malaysia Association of Energy Service Companies. Jadi tanpa melengahkan masa, majlis dengan sukacitanya menjemput Encik Zaini bagi menyampaikan ceramah beliau.
Terima kasih Tuku Muhammad Liza. First of all, terima kasih kepada pihak Unimed kerana sudi jemput saya hari ini untuk saya berkongsi sedikit pengalaman dan juga pengetahuan tentang what I'm doing now basically on energy management system. Saya boleh mix English Malay tak apa Cikgu boleh ke?
Okay, should be okay.
Is it okay? Menglish okay Menglish Malaysian?
English pun okay, Malay okay, Menglish pun boleh.
Okay, let me basically I'll share basically more on the experience lah. Okay, I think universiti ni kalau buku ni dia orang rajin baca kan, so I'm more on sharing on the experience, how I see from my perspective, okay, from what need to be done, why we need to do energy management and all that. And I think I can see quite numbers of my good friends inside in this as well. One of the participant here just now, Encik Zakul Mansur, Engineer Zakul Mansur, Encik Ghazali pun ada kat sini saya nampak ni. Okay, so these are familiar faces lah. Okay, so you also can help me lah to add on any point that I may have missed. Okay, let me share my screen. Alright, so and one more thing, feel free to interrupt me in between if you feel you want to so-called to ask any questions lah. So saya harap pihak Rustia boleh remind saya lah kalau ada notice dalam message tu, sebab saya bila Google Meet ni cara nampak lain, saya hanya nampak skrin saya saja. Okay, now can you see my screen?
Okay, very clear.
Okay, the topic today is about energy management system. We're focusing on the best practices and how companies or organizations can achieve normally the business goal. Okay, at the same time, sustainability, we're talking about sustainability mainly about environment impact, right? How they can making the money at the same time, preserving the environment to stay as natural as possible. I think dah tadi my brief kan, if you look my career kan, I dah rasa semua dah, alright. Private, government, now private, and now private, government, private, and now I would say I can say myself freelance consultant. Okay, so I'm no longer an engineer, alright. I'm more under management consultant. I'm looking into the strategic matters, the soft part of any management. Okay, I think I've stopped doing technical mainly more than 15 years ago. Okay, my experience on energy management system, basically I've been consultant for the past 10 years energy management system. These are some of my jobs lah. Okay, I think involved out of up to 2020, it's about 40 companies in Malaysia certified ISO 2001. I think I involved almost half of that. Okay, this is in different capacity. Okay, consultant, trainer, lead auditor, and all that. Okay. So these are our topics today, right? So first of all, I'll talk about why energy management and how energy management can help in mitigating the impact of the global warming. This is the why, why energy management. how much energy management will help in mitigating the impact to our current almost crisis now, climate change crisis. Okay, global warming that has affected us so much, until today. Even now we are feeling it. Okay, and then we look into how's the current global and local corporate trends towards sustainability practices, in particular for energy. Okay, and why energy? Okay, why we're talking about greenhouse gases, sustainability? Energy is always the word that we cannot miss, or we cannot even ignore at all. And then we look into how we're supposed to do it. We understand the concept. Okay, I showed to you the key steps, and how we're supposed to develop a system which will be sustainable, together with some success stories. And then something we also need to discuss. Okay, how digitalization can help. Okay, can even make our management activities, and particularly energy, become much more effective through digitalization. Okay, and then we talk about, and then we see the conclusion. Okay, let's have a look on this. Okay, let's have a look on this. Global warming, energy management impact in achieving the SDG, ESG, and net zero target. So climate crisis. Okay, if I ask you now, okay, are we in crisis in terms of climate issue now? Are we in crisis? Any of you? Are we in crisis mode or still okay? Anyone? Who feel it we are now in crisis? Anyone? Or just okay? Nothing to worry. Anyone? May I ask?
Not
any
okay.
Of you?
The temperature, not okay. The temperature is rising. Now it's toward 1.5 degrees C.
Okay, my question just now, are we in crisis or not?
Yes, very much in crisis.
Okay, who agree anyway? Because sometimes majority of us agree or crisis or still okay? We are still okay, Malaysia still okay.
Yes, agree.
Agree, yeah? So can we say that we agree on that? So when we agree, if we agree on crisis, we have to acknowledge this crisis, and then we need to do something, right? Because climate change, has changing our weather, everything, if you are feeling it now. Well, now we are experiencing the hottest period, so far. Okay, until August, it was projected that way. Because if you look everywhere, all right, this is I share with some other news. Everywhere, all is facing it. It's not only about us. It's not only Malaysia. It's a global issue, and us. So we are part of the global community. If you look here, Shanghai, all right, you go to UK, all right, even in KL, we are now 37. I went to Baling last month, visiting my son at the MRSM Baling. 43 degrees C, in Baling. Okay, I was worried, And then you look here, you go everywhere. The whole world now is facing the period of hot weather. Okay, of course, in Middle East. So it's an issue. So we are facing it. Okay? And for me, if you ask me, yes, we are in crisis. So we have to acknowledge that. If you're still in the mode of denial, right, we won't do much. Simple as that. Okay? And I share some more news here. That's worrying me. Because based on this news, according to the expert, most Malaysians, they are not even aware, okay, and they don't even know what to do. Because we can see people still wasting energy everywhere, burning everywhere, looks like nothing to worry. All right, because I remember I was in 2013 in Jakarta, right? In Jakarta, I went for a visit. I passed through under the vehicle, passed through one road. I saw a demonstration by students, and I asked the driver, well, the student, how old are they? They say about 14, 15. What was being demonstrated? What was in their placard or the banner? Government not doing enough on climate change. It's quite interesting to me. 2013 Indonesia, student at 14, 15 is demonstrating against the government not doing enough for climate change. Okay, if you look at Malaysia, our graduates, fresh graduates, what they are demonstrating for? Not paying the debts. I don't want to pay my debts. It's two different scenarios. It's quite concerning. Yeah, because Malaysians don't know what to do. Now the new so-called the most affordable car coming on the road. More car, you expect more car on the road. All right, somehow. Okay, and then we look here, and even now the ice is melting. Okay, everywhere. And Greenland now facing in the hottest temperature. All right, if you look here, melting again. What does it affect us? Yes, it is. We are facing it now. Okay, our climate cannot be predicted anymore. I remember during my childhood time. Now we're talking about monsoon season, flood, always East Coast. Now it's normal in KL, normal in Klang Valley already. Flood is everywhere. You can't even know 1 hour raining is enough to have a flash flood anywhere. Okay, so these are the worry. So yes, we are in crisis. And therefore, to understand that, all right, to understand that what caused all this, what caused all this? All this caused by global warming. Just quickly, let's review. I think in my training sometimes I do ask people how is now we're talking about GHG and all that. So what's so bad about GHG? Do you need GHG? Yes, we do. Okay, but we look here, the concept is like this, right? So what the role of GHG? Okay, GHG is something that produced by the naturally produced, okay, natural process, okay. We produce carbon dioxide, methane, and all that, okay. Or we can produce it synthetically to our industrial processes. In normal situation, okay, we know the sun ray coming, crossing the atmosphere and then coming to our atmosphere, and then the nature of GHG, we know it traps heats, right? So that in the natural way, in normal process, in normal situation, natural GHG is supposed to trap enough heat to keep us comfortable, warm enough to feel comfortable. So what's the issue now? The issue now, the amount of GHG being produced through the natural process, okay, and then we don't remove it enough, and then we produce it through our industrial processes, okay, amount of being produced much more than what we need to capture enough heat for us to feel comfortable. So that's caused the global warming now, because the GHG that we are producing naturally or synthetically is capturing more heat. That caused the global warming. And human being cannot survive more than 2 degrees C. Okay? The temperature rise. And global warming has caused all this just now, all this ice melting, all right, hot temperature, yeah, and all that. Okay? So this is the issue now. So who's responsible to add more than GHG that we need to have in the atmosphere? We are. Human activities. So we have to progress, we have to develop. But the issue now, the amount being emitted is too much until has affected us, all of us globally. Okay, this is the concept. So that's why, do we need GHG? Yes. Is it that bad? No. We are bad because we are producing more. At the same time, we are also clearing our green area, and we don't have no more natural removal of GHG through the normal process and all that. Okay, so that caused the global warming. Okay, but I can tell you, okay, until now, in many of my training, I ask adults like us, okay, even though they are from university, they are from professional, they can't even simply explain how does the GHG affect us now. So this is the simple concept, and everyone, all of us, should be able to answer this, to explain it to our children. Okay, so this is the concept of how GHG caused the global warming. Because it's capturing more heat than what it's supposed to capture. That's only supposed to keep us comfortable. And where's the biggest GHG coming from? This is why we are talking about energy. Okay. Globally, the biggest contributor of GHG is from energy sector. Okay, over 70%, and the biggest one is industrial sector, followed by building sector and transport sector based on this data, based on the data 2020, okay, from the World Resources Institute. Okay, energy is the biggest portion. That's why if we talk about GHG, sustainability, environmental impact, and all that, energy must be a part of that. You cannot avoid that. As simple as that. Okay, that's why we need to manage our energy resource. If you even look at Malaysia here, Malaysia, our GHG inventory until 2014, the biggest contributor still from energy sector, which is almost 80% at 2016 to 16. So we are similar, almost similar at the global level. We are even more, 70%. So there's more reason for us to manage our energy efficiently. Stop wasting, use it to the optimal level as possible. Okay, this is some idea. That's why globally, in 2021, okay, it started from 2015, Paris Agreement, we agreed, right? We need to maintain the temperature rise shouldn't be more than 1.5 degrees C. Okay, in 2016, 18 we declared that. Okay, we declared that. Okay, and then we have all the actions and then same year 2015 we came up with a document, all right, SDG document for more sustainable development covering 17 goals, not all covering energy. I'll show you later which one covering energy. And 2030 with a target of 2030. Okay, in 2020 we have support measure, more financing, for this effort to maintain the temperature rise to more than 1.5 degrees C. But in 2021, another commitment came up, which is the net zero. Okay, by global community through UN. Okay, 2050. We need to achieve net zero with the same goal to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees C. Why we need any more commitment? We haven't not even 2030 yet. We haven't finished the SDG yet. By 2030, why we need to come up with a new commitment? 2050 net zero. Why is that? Anyone? Why we are not even 2030 yet? But now another commitment came up in 2021. We need to reach net zero by 2050. Why is that? Anyone? Anyone? Why we need to reinforce our commitment? We not even 2030 yet. Anyone? No one? Ni orang universiti ni. Why? Kenapa perlu ada satu komitmen baru pula? 2030 tak baru 2023 tahun ni. Kenapa agaknya? Anyone? Tak ada ya? Are you with me or not? Sunyi je ni. Tak ada ya?
Ada komen dekat bahagian in-call messages.
Apa? Okey, saya tengok kat mana.
Ya.
Apa komen? Kenapa ada?
Daripada Timur Engineering,
Apa dia kata?
Geneva Convention.
Geneva ni bila? Tahun bila ni? Sorry, saya terlalu tak ingat tahun bila. Okey, Timur Engineering, boleh angkat tangan Boleh jawab lah, boleh tanya, boleh terus je. You can carry on. Boleh lah apa? Timur Engineering, boleh you dah raise your hand kan? Boleh lah. Boleh lah tanyakan soalan. Apa maksud dia ni? Geneva Convention ni bila ni? Tak ada? Okay, my question just now, kenapa kita perlu new commitment? Okay? Kenapa perlu new commitment? Sebab kita belum, SDG tak habis lagi 2030. Kenapa? Agak kenapa?
Tuan, saya anticipate 2030 ni pun dah tak boleh capai, jadi kena extend sampai ke 2050.
Betul. Terima kasih kena respon. Saya nak respon tu je. Betul lah, kita macam tu lah, kita manusia kan. You can always change the goalpost. That's human lah. Okay, means that we are not doing enough, kita nak capai. So means that what we are doing now, whatever we are doing now, not enough. We have to reinforce the commitment. If not, memang tak boleh capai dengan current trend. Okay, I know that lah. Thank you very much for responding. Saya nak respond tu je sebenarnya. Okay, terima kasih ya. Puan, alright. Okay, let's continue. Okay, that's why, okay, we see now the goal now 2050, or everywhere in the world now, you go 2050, the number now, 2050 the number, net zero, carbon neutrality and all that. That's why now, so these are the what we need to be done to achieve that, all right? This one need to be done to achieve that, all right? A lot of activity covering all sector here, building, transport, industry, electricity, everything. Okay, the biggest portion of that to move to net zero, what being highlighted globally now is they call it now energy transition, which is to move from fossil fuel to more RE sources. My question is that it's not wrong, okay? It's good, but is it enough? Okay, if you look here, there are many other activities, right? You know, no fossil fuel, more EV on the road, right? More efficient boiler, more heating by solar and all that. Okay, more net zero building and all that. No. But and then the biggest portion now being highlighted globally now is move to fossil fuel to RE sources. Yes, but is it enough? The answer is not enough. It's not enough because even after the net zero document came up 2021, end of the year, same year, IEA came up with a report. Net zero is impossible without energy efficiency. Okay, you could move everything to solar, everything to RE, but not enough. Energy efficiency at the demand side, not just the supply side. Okay, it must be together. Okay, and why? So what happened to energy management? So energy management is a very core element in the energy efficiency in the demand side, the user side. Okay, cannot be imbalanced. Okay, if you look here, it's SDG document until 2030. We have these goals for goal 7, 11, 12, and 13. Goal 7, more on the greener energy source and affordable energy source. Okay. 11, more to sustainable cities, smart building, green building, and all that. And goal number 12 cover both 7 and 11, which is about how we use energy, either in the supply side, okay, or the demand side. Okay, how we responsibly using it, and how we produce it, and we have productions, you know, how we can become more responsible. That will affect the environment. Okay, what kind of sustainability practices we are doing. And then by doing all that, we can achieve number 13, climate change. And energy management system, okay, is one of the key elements in adopting sustainability practices in the SDG 12. So whenever you use any natural resource, okay, you must practice sustainability, okay, in that, including energy. Why energy again? Energy is the biggest contributor of the GHG emission. And then we come to this one. This one quite recent, last 5 years and the second. Now we come to this term ESG. If you look at ESG here, referenced by Bursa KL, BSKL, actually came from ATC Russell. If you look here, look at the environment. ESG stands for environment, social and governance. And the biggest portion of that, look at the environment here. And the biggest portion of environment at the pollution and resources. And resources is energy, is the biggest portion of the resources. So even now, company is going to get rated by ESG. No, not good score ESG, no investment, no investors. You cannot enter this market. So this become a requirement. Even though they got T element here, environment, social and governance, the biggest portion that really affect us is the environment part. Okay, it's no point having a very good economy. Okay, social. Okay, no point is having socially very good. You know, no point is having good governance if you don't have a comfortable environment. And the biggest factor that affect the environment is the energy, because again, energy is the biggest, contribution to the GHG or climate change. See, it's like if we put everything together, here. Okay, ESG, net zero, SDG, and how it link into energy management system. Simply because the significant component of ESG focusing on the environmental impact. Okay, impact. And then GHG emission or energy related, concerns, okay, is the main concern. Therefore, by managing your energy resource, it will be a faster, easier, and more practical method if you want to meet your environmental goals in the ESG. And the problem now, in many companies, energy is no one is really looking into that. It's all a part of job of other department. That's why ideally, if you want to manage energy resource, okay, sustainably at the demand side, it must be done by a dedicated person. Now just a part of maintenance job, engineering job and all that. So this is why energy management system is critical in achieving all this. ESG, net zero, even SDG. Okay. All right. Now let's have a look at the local and corporate. How the company is moving to this now. How they are responding to this. All right. Okay, it's quite recent. Look at the energy prices and ESG news. Okay, see, recently government introducing the ICPT surcharge. You look here, now people are screaming, jumping up and down. Okay, 40% rise in industry costs. Okay, now everyone responding good for TV. Okay, why? Because the generation production cost very high because of gas and coal price. And then look here, this is how the industry responding, minta moratorium and all that. Okay, no, because people are affected, companies are affected. Okay, and then we look here. Okay, a lot of news, right? LC subsidy, no more blanket subsidy. Okay. Our power sector affected by the war, Russia and Ukraine. Okay, and TNB has no choice. Okay, they have to revise the costing everything. Now luckily we have ICPT. Okay, for ICPT, TNB won't be lost, won't be a profit, just enough to cover the fuel costs. Okay, and then now even for ESG, all right, ESG no longer talks. Must be seen, must have evidence, must be validated. Okay, and then no, it's not more for many companies now. Okay, all stakeholders, all investors are looking into your ESG performance. If your ESG performance is not doing well, it's not good, or not highly rated, you may be in trouble. Okay, that's one of the criteria in the business nowadays. Okay. If you look here again, look at the company worldwide. Okay, almost 80% CEOs thinking that sustainability is important for their profitability. Okay, business not just being seen from the profitability point of view now. Sustainability is one of the the yardstick now, the measurement criteria. Okay, that will increase your long-term shareholder value and all that. Okay, they call the new term sustainability now. The better term now, the recent term is ESG. Okay, energy and sustainability, they cannot separate the two. Okay, it's always combined. Okay, it's always now become a part of any political domain, anything in the world now. Okay, it's part of that. Okay, business and all that. Okay, and investment now relying on ESG report. Okay, it's no longer about only return in terms of monetary returns. Okay, so this is the trend globally now. Okay, and however, we would anticipate, companies will react differently. Okay, not everyone can simply jump into all this, just like that. Take some time. That's why if you look here, okay, that's why some country they approach this one differently. If you go to Europe, right? You go to Europe and US, especially in Europe, right? They're more like almost a law, right? You don't do this, you are being sanctioned. You don't do this, you can enter this market. But they are advanced, they are developed, they have developed. So over there, compliance is just minimal requirement. They will do it because of the market requirement. But for us, right, will start here normally. Okay, some company will start this, comply. That's why we need to have effectively enforce some kind of law or regulations, right? To make sure everyone do the fundamental first. Because our culture, no law, we won't do it. Simple like that. Okay. And secondly, we start to look, more strategic, efficiency. Okay, this is where some kind of incentive, funding, anything, a company will start to look into, dedicated person to look into this. Okay, before that, just a part of that. Okay, and then if you want to more advanced, so energy, this accessibility will start to become a part of the business activity, business plan that will driven by the market. Okay, that will address all the big problem. So that's why for us, in Malaysia, the way I look at it, government need to look into this, right? Okay, at least my worry is our SME, SMIs, if you are a part of the big supply chain with the multinational, right, can they cope up with that? Even to comply, right? Even to comply. Even though we're still struggling with the minimum wage, right? So we need to see something. So this is a normal process. So I would say government need to look into this, at least to protect our SME, SMI, for them to keep so-called relevant. Otherwise, they will swallow by the whoever can comply. Okay. If you look again, if you look at globally, CFOs, CEOs, right? Okay, and then even consumers, okay, the consumer don't mind to pay more. Okay, more and more consumers are more educated nowadays. Okay, and then companies, so everywhere, it's moving towards this. And we are, as Malaysia, we are part of the big global supply chains. So if you are not with them, okay, we will be abandoned. Simple as that. Okay, again, my concern is always our SME, SMIs lah. Okay, this is the trend now. Okay, again, I think 2021, this is very simple but very powerful statement from the global community, COP26, okay, in Glasgow, if I'm not mistaken. All right, the consensus reached to address climate change, the net zero. If you look here, very simple but very powerful statement. If you look here, the time is now. Businesses have a responsibility to accelerate transformation to net zero. Even I can see this trend now. I think after this statement came up in 2021, suddenly more and more companies moving towards it by they're pushing for certification, anything about green, they're pushing for carbon footprint reporting, they're pushing for all that GIG related accounting. Okay, why? Everything is being, they need to see some kind of validation. Even some market has put a requirement. Okay, if you don't have to fulfill all this requirement, ASG and all that, you can't even enter the market. So even personally, my experience personally, many of my clients as well, suddenly they want to get certified. Why? Because it's become business requirement. Okay, this is quite simple but very powerful statement. I think you can see it everywhere now. Okay, if you look here, okay, this is the net zero map document by IEA. You can refer to the website. Okay, you can download it for free. This document, net zero for the energy sector. Asia Pacific, we are moving by 2030 net zero. Asia Pacific, including us. Okay. European nations, 2050, similar long target. So what do you mean by when European put this target? Everyone supplying to the market in Europe has to comply. They must show evidence they are on the same so-called bandwagon with that. Okay. Even our company Petronas declare net zero by 2050. Global company Shell also declaring 2050 net zero. Company like BMW, Toyota moving towards this. So why this one affect us? Because we have some of our companies are part of their supply chain. If we are part of the supply chain, we have no choice. Otherwise, they look for somebody else who can meet the requirement. Simple as that. Okay, even we, our country, we committed. Even in total Malaysia plan, we declare by 2050 carbon neutral. Okay. All right, we are also reporting to United Nations every 2 years. 45% carbon emission intensity. Okay, intensity by 2005 as a baseline year by 2030. Okay, 45% intensity. This one not reduction in terms of kilowatt hour, more to intensity. Okay. And then last year we announced this new energy policy. Okay, look here. What's the objective? Economic, security of supply of energy, social equality, and also the sustainability. Not far from, almost similar to the global commitment. All right, and we have target here. Targets say reduction of energy by 11% for commercial industrial sector and 10%, okay, for the residential sector by 2040 based on 2018 baseline year. So we are moving to this one. And the recent one, okay, the act, right, the new act will be, the act started way back 2018. Okay, you know what happened, right? Political change. This time, this announcement during the YB in, and then followed by YB Takiyuddin. Okay, the ACTA will come out supposed to be last year, and the recent one last month, the new minister 2020. So I hope the ACTA will came out lah. I was told by the commission will be in the parliament in this coming July. Hopefully it will become a reality at the end of the day. Okay, they will help us to trigger more serious effort into the energy efficiency. So this is what you can expect in the ACTA. This is what presented by Energy Commission. There will be requirement in the new ACTA. Duties of consumers, okay, the users, large users, okay, duties of energy manager, okay, and all that, and what they need to do. They go, and then there will be a power to collect data as well by the authority now later, but now we don't have so much, okay. Okay, so this is what you can expect. You know, even person in charge in the building, okay, the energy manager, okay, who will be responsible. So what you can expect? What you can expect? Okay, you can expect here. This is what ST has shared. Okay, if you look here, this guideline has been prepared by the Commission, just ready to be implemented when the ACTA come up. Okay, there will be a requirement to have energy management system for affected company. Okay, there will be a reporting, much more detailed compared to current reporting. Okay, on the reporting, maybe once a year, and then also a guideline. There will be a requirement for energy audit, maybe every 3 to 5 years. Okay, so more to come with the ACTA, with the new act. All right, so that's all. I want to share just now. It's all the why. Why we need to do this. Okay, and where are we heading now as a country in terms of market and all that. Okay, so before I continue with these best practices, all right, I would like to open Q&A to all, if you okay. Can you have some kind of interaction?
Okay, Cik Zaini, ada satu soalan.
Yes.
One question very early from Muhammad Azharul Sani bin Ma'azidin. One way to solve global climate crisis is to use EV, electric vehicles, especially for public transport and heavy trucks. But government must first revise the very expensive road tax for EV to a very cheap emission-based road tax. So what is your comment?
My comment, Okay. I agree. EV is one of the solutions. Okay, EV one of the solutions towards this, toward reducing GHG emission. Yes, I agree. But I disagree. It's become the primary attention now, the priority now. Because to me, the way I look at it, right? EV is for now is good. If you can afford, go ahead. Of course, EV greener than ICE vehicle. Right? They want we acknowledge that. Okay, good move, right? But the way I look at it, EV is not for the mass for now. It's not for the mass. Okay. So how many 220 can afford EV now? You can tell me. Okay. How many 220, even 220 can afford EV now? You tell me. Okay. I'm not against it. Okay. Yes, go ahead. But it shouldn't be the more priority because our transportation issue in Malaysia, to me, is not about EV or not EV. It's about the option for the people. We don't have that much option now, especially in the cities like Penang, Johor, and Kuala Lumpur. Okay, the option not even, and it's good option. We are forced to go for that option. So for me, still my comment on that, right? Go for that, good, but not priority now. We must resolve our mobility option in Malaysia, especially in the big cities. We have to find way how to have lesser car on the road first by mobilizing more on the public transport. It doesn't matter take 10 years, 20 years and from now. At least we must start from now. Okay, because EV is not a so-called an urgent solution to me now lah. Okay, because sometimes the way I look at it, we are doing against what we say. All right, for example, you go to Kuala Lumpur now. Sorry to hear this, right? We are so-called towards green city and all that, right? Same time, we are building more and more skyscrapers. What does it mean? We're inviting more vehicle. Doesn't matter EV or not EV. All right, simple as that. For me, yes, go for that. But I don't think it's the ultimate or the most priority for now in terms of mobility. All right, that's my opinion. Good, go for that. Okay, no harm. You know, you have money. You know, but in general, all right, you look at EV, right? If you charge the EV car at the energy come from the grid, right? You charge the electricity from the grid. Where is grid coming from? And where is the fuel to generate power coming from? See, 90% still fossil fuel. It's just option of energy source. So that just divert the mode of consumption of energy. That's all. Of course, yeah, the EV greener lah. They don't emit energy directly. Okay. For me, yes, go ahead. My opinion. All right. But not the, I would say, the ultimate priority now. Good. Good, go ahead. But so far, I know honestly, the way I look at EV now, I see the trend, the market, right? You know, just like, you know, why people own four-wheel drive, right? Just for recreational. Okay? To my knowledge now, to charge EV, even fast charging, minimum 2.5 hours. Okay? Can you use it for business trip? Can you wait for 2.5 hours for charging? Even if you can afford for business trip? I don't think so. But so far, the way EV now, weekend go, I go with EV, go weekend, you know, oh, nice. Yeah, good. But it's become recreational. It's not really, is that a solution for you? No solution, it's just recreational. Okay? Okay, that's my comment on that. Okay, thank you very much for the question. Any more, one more before we go to the next one? Before I move to the next one? Any more questions? Better to have interaction, better lah, otherwise, monotonous kan. Anyone? Feel free to ask anything. Tak ada Orang universiti ni ada 150, we have about 160 over participant ya. Anyone? Tak ada? Tak ada? You want me continue?
Saya ingat kita continue lah dulu. Mungkin dia belum panas.
Okay, alright. Thank you very much. So I hope lah tadi dah panaskan sikit So okay. Okay, I continue Alright. Okay. Okay, let's understand this Let's go back to what we need to do. Alright? How we do it, right? First we go back to the basic lah. Okay? Okay, just this one always my slide to share to start with lah. What it is, so have to go back to basic. Apa activity management? Okay, it's all activity to ensure efficient use of energy. Any all activity, not just technical or engineering activities. Anyone, okay, because all of us are energy users, and it all must be done ongoing. You know, it's not be a project. You know, it's not be a project. It must be an ongoing effort. So when we come to it ongoing, right, it must be ongoing activity by everyone, because all of us are energy users. We just need to play different role, which need to be defined, you know, accordingly. That's why we need to have. So when to do it ongoing, we must refer to certain standard or best practices, right, for us to do it systematically. Okay, and then normally, okay, so we have to do it systematically. We have to refer to certain guide or best practice. Normally we refer to standards. Okay, we refer to what a standard we can refer for energy management system, because we need to have a system in place. Okay, and then we can do it ongoing. Okay, and then, right, and then when we have a system, so we can manage our energy, all right, efficiently. We meet the first definition, energy management, by adopting a system, and we should achieve our result, and we keep improving. Okay, because if you don't achieve the result, if you do it systematically, our system fail. But if you refer to certain standard as a guide, we can check which part is failed, not all failed. So we have to correct that. We can get back the result. And the best part of having the system in place, we will involve equipment and the people. Because equipment is operated to meet people's requirement. Okay, that's why the one that always giving us problem is the people. Panas dia complain, sejuk dia complain. But that's why by having a system, okay, we can manage our equipment to meet people requirement. Same time, people need to understand their role, what they need to do. Okay, that's why this is how I define energy management system and how it's supposed to help us in energy management. Okay, if you refer to standard, right? There are two types of standard: management and technical. So energy management system, I look into it as the management standard. We can refer to ISO 2001 or we can refer to MAS EMGS, okay. And technical standard, okay, normally used when if we want to implement part of the system, management system, we have to refer to certain technical standard. For example, I want to operate a chiller efficiently. We refer to some standard, MS 125, ada ASHRAE. If you want to operate a motor efficiently, want to buy the right efficient motor, you can refer to other standard as well. So standard, can be referred, okay, both management and technical in implementing energy management system. And when we talk about standard, it's not just about certification. Some standard are just for reference because standard often best practices. So that's why we talk about standard, it's not all about certification. Okay? It's just as a guide for us to do the right thing in the so-called systematic manner. Okay, this is the difference between, I think maybe you may have seen somewhere. Simple, right? Energy management, if you do it based on ad hoc or project. And for example, after this, 2 hours, all become expert, very excited, so we start to do something. Okay, and then energy going down. And then the person, whoever doing that, the lead that, move to other company, get promoted, do something else and all that. So go back to normal. And then this is a yo-yo, up and down without any continuous improvement. But you have a systematic approach. If you look here, all right, the right systematic process, you do something, you get something. And then because the system there, whoever coming, whoever leaving, doesn't matter. So we follow the same standard with the SOP, with the manual, with the work instruction, keep improving. Okay, you want to improve, you put some investment, get more saving. Okay, you look here, invest, and then enjoy, monitor, and keep improving, and then invest some more saving, and keep improving. So this is the difference between if you look energy as a short-term or project-based, and you look energy systematic way. Okay. That's right. So how standard will help you? Basically, standard is normally standard is any standard you do in energy, they give you technical and management strategy. Okay, to improve your efficiency and to improve your performance. And then the framework is quite common, nothing new. Okay, typical PDCA cycle for any management system, not just energy. And you can apply, one company, big company, small company, doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, and the method is quite consistent and logical. Okay, it's not difficult to understand and difficult to follow. So in Malaysia, if you look here, in Malaysia, we refer to this namely two. Okay, one, we got ASEAN Energy Management Scheme, EMGS, Energy Management Gold Standard, okay, promoted by the government. Okay, we have this, okay, we have this 6 criteria, all right, okay, 6 criteria, okay, they are all element here, and you can get rating from it, 1 star, 2 star, or 3 star. And another one, I think the MAS came earlier, and then later in 2011 came up this ISO 2001. Now the latest version 2018. Okay, ISO just certification if you want to, and without any rating. But if you look carefully here, if you look one by one here, okay, all element either in MAS or ISO is almost the same when it comes to the interpretation. I personally aware because when in 2011 I was still in the government, we had a meeting in Singapore. I was presenting to Malaysia under the Ministry of Energy. That time, the committee of MAS aware that ISO is coming in the same year. They know they cannot compete with ISO, no point. So what they did, basically, they have embedded some element in the ISO 2001 into the MAS or EMGS here. So my point here, whichever reference you use as a guide to develop your energy management system, both will result in sustainable energy management practices and will improve your performance. And then you decide which one suits you the best. Okay, I want to go for MAS or ISO. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, which one that suit your organization better. But both are best practices. Both, if you use as a guide, okay, you can get that what is supposed to get lah when it comes to energy performance improvement. So when you adopt a standard, okay, of course they change the way you manage energy, not just respond whenever any issue like now CBT surcharge, okay, and the standard will help you to keep improving because slowly integrating energy management activity in the business practices. And of course, as a result of that, we reduce costs. Okay, and all costs, energy costs and non-energy costs. And of course, we'll meet your sustainability and climate mitigation goals. So these are what you can do, what you can have if you adopt standard. That's why these are 4 criteria, 5 criteria that company or organization, they are good energy management. Okay, the first one, they have a very good awareness. Okay, from top until the support staff level, and then they collect data, energy data, they analyze it, they make use of that. You'll be surprised how much energy bill will help you to identify potential of improvement just from the bill. You'll be surprised if you know how to analyze it, not just looking at the jumlah perlu dibayar. Okay, and then normally they have a long-term plan, short-term plan. They have a short, medium, and long-term plan. For example, they have a plan to replace all motors to efficient motor by certain years. Okay, they have the plan to move to, let's say, greener building, more in the business. Okay, and then the number 4, energy management is a part of their business activity. For example, in the procurement, whenever they want to buy anything that involves energy consumption, they will consider energy performance as a part of that. And finally, they have very good leadership Ada in the form of the leader themselves, the CEO, the MD, or even the committee, okay, become the champion of the energy management in the organization or company. So these are 5 key characteristics of companies or organizations that are good in this. Okay. You know why? Because in the company, you have these people, right? You have top management, you have production manager, example of factory. You have procurement manager, you have engineering manager, okay? You have facility operator or manager or department, and you have service provider. All of them, if you look here, have different concern. Okay, different KPI. Okay, so the challenge now, how to connect all to have common goal about energy management. For example, in Unimap, Tengku Niza, right? Tengku Niza, okay. Everyone, they got many department, right? Faculty, right? Okay. So how you make sure everyone can share common goal about energy in the campus? Tengku Niza, boleh tak share?
Kita kena ada satu platform lah. We need to have one platform, let's say a committee,
Yes.
dia datang daripada semua jabatan-jabatan.
Exactly.
Jadi dia tak boleh satu komiti yang represent small group of people, let's say engineering only. Dia tak berjaya. Dia kena semua aspek macam dalam gambar ni lah.
You can ask you, committee audit tu is a part of what actually? Committee ni is a part of what? Sebagai daripada apa sebenarnya? Committee semua ni sebagai daripada apa?
Actually committee sebahagian daripada sistem lah.
Yes, itu yang saya nak
sebahagian
dengar tu.
daripada sistem.
Itulah masa ni dia dah expert ni, dah faham dah. Okay, terima kasih Tengku Niza. Okay, this is what I mean. Okay, if you don't have a system, tak ada lah. Okay, kalau ada committee pun tak ada sistem, nak buat apa? Okay, very good. Thank you very much for the response. Okay, so this is why the system will connect these people, okay, this different group, different KPI together. You know, because we have a system, top management kena ada komitmen kan? Dia kena ada polisi, dia akan keluarkan polisi. So who will implement the policy? The committee. Okay, how to implement the policy? Committee, how they can implement? By start to do the planning, start to develop the system, do the planning, set the target and all that, and then they implement the system, and they present, and then they check the performance of the system, and they bring back the result of the system to the top management. So how things go. Okay, that's why the answer is that you must have a system to connect these people together. Because without a system, okay, without a system, you don't know where you are. Okay, contoh sekarang ni, saya rasa macam among university kan, you ada ini, you ada macam ada tak benchmarking among university? Ada tak benchmarking in terms of energy? Unimap ni kat mana rasanya? Ada tak untuk energy? Unimap ni kat mana? Average ke? Excellent ke? Macam mana?
So far kita guna BEI lah.
Unimap kat mana? 5 star, 4 star, 3 star?
Up to now I think around 3 star only lah.
Okay. That's my point. Mana kalau kita tahu where we are, right? Sistem bisa macam tu lah. Bila ada sistem, kita akan set some kind of indicator. Okay, kalau tak ada, we don't know where we are, so we may not do. Bila tak, we don't know where we are, we don't know lah, so we don't do anything. Everything macam contoh, every year dapat budget kan, bayar budget. Okay, all we do the budget, so what? No problem. So bila kita tak ada, when we don't know where we are, and we don't do anything, we pay for something that not necessary. Even though we didn't budget, is it the amount we're supposed to pay? Okay, so this is we tak ada system. And of course, at the end of the day, result Malaysia kena look for energy supply lah. Okay, so that's why kalau having a system, we will have to, won't happen this way lah. That's why kaedah dia secara umum, konsep dia macam ni. Okay, apa-apa nak buat, okay, in a company or organization, you must come from the top. You must have a commitment. Okay, one, they have a commitment, and then only after that you can find the strategy to implement. Normally, what we do, okay, we just focus on the technologies or technical technologies, energy efficient solutions. Means that go for technology, go for efficient aircon, efficient lighting, efficient motors, all that. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Okay, but we often overlook the management part. Okay, if you do this, you focus on technology or solution, all right? The same can be low cost, can be high cost. Yes, we can save energy. That one, nothing wrong with that. It's not. But the problem now, the issue is that can you sustain that performance? Okay, because if you don't have the management part, okay, who will monitor the result? Who ensure that the result will be presented to management to see the progress? Okay, not beyond the liability period, beyond the warranty period. That's why this must come together. So I would say, okay, this must come concurrently. You must look into the strategy of technology, also strategy for the management, which is management system, and same time you can continue moving towards the more efficient technologies, and you can achieve the saving, and the best part you can sustain, even you can get better. This is supposed to be the holistic approach. Okay, and who are involved? Let's say if you want to develop the system on the right side here, who are involved? So many parties involved. Okay, from the top, right? Because there are many activities here. All right, you need to start energy review, implement the system, and management review, verify. There are many parties involved here. To implement management system, there are many parties involved. So supposed to play the key role. Siapa perlu, who will be the key person? Who will be the champion kat sini? Agak siapa ni? Siapa supposed to be the champion ni kat sini? Siapa agak-agak ni? Okay, siapa sepatutnya lah?
Energy manager lah, should be. Sustainable officer.
Lah kan? Supposed to be lah, betul tak? Betul tak? Betul lah tu. Betul, ini manager lah. Tapi masalahnya sekarang kat Malaysia ni, mana tempat yang ada full time energy manager? Rasanya ada tak? Banyak tak rasanya? Full time energy manager. Actually kat private sector. Rasanya lah. Saya nak tanya yang lain, ada tak? Siapa yang ada full time energy manager? Buat energy management je? Ada tak?
Jarang jumpa sebenarnya.
Jarang kan? Jarang. Pak kata Piramli kan? Jarang. Tapi kita ada HR manager, ada quality manager, safety manager, semua ada kan? Energy manager tak ada. Padahal kita bayar bil kadang few million a month. Sebab kebanyakan praktik kat Malaysia sekarang ni, energy management ni bukan key activities. Dia macam tambah, facility tambah energy management. Because energy management ni memang, actually, if you look at energy management, it's a field by itself. It's specialized area. Tanya orang facility, dia tak kerja. Banyak kerja tak? Okay? So by right, it should be led by single individual. Okay, so that they can look into all aspects of energy management. And the most importantly, to show the opportunity and how to improve the performance and then reduce energy costs. Okay, because to do it holistically, commitment must be holistic and sustainable, and then the result must be measurable and visible. Who is supposed to measure and make the result visible? Kalau tak ada orang dedicated. Okay, and this energy manager kena well trained jugalah. How to make the result and result tu, the performance tu measurable and visible. Contohlah dekat kilang saya selalu jumpa lah. Banyak kan kilang guna kilowatt hour over product as their indicator of energy performance. I can tell you lah, tak semua keadaan betul-betul pun. Kadang-kadang tak salah. Okay, kadang itu salah, tak betul. Tak semua kilang kilowatt hour per production is their indicator of energy performance. There are methods to confirm that. And siapa sepatutnya confirm tu? Energy manager lah. Okay, my point here, energy manager is supposed to be the position that should be dedicated, specialized, especially if you are intensive energy user. If you pay 1 million a month, 2 million a month, how much is salary of energy manager? And if you put 5% improvement, how much? Not even nothing to the cost of having full-time energy manager. Okay? Kenapa? Why company? Why I recommend energy manager kena ada? Dedicated. Macam ni lah, you ada quality issue, you are the quality manager. Ada safety issue, you are the safety officer. Okay? Ada engineering issue, you are the engineering manager. Energy management ni bukan not all engineering, partly engineering. So it's dedicated because energy management ni, that's why bila tak ada dedicated person, banyak peluang untuk kita terlepas lah. Sebab dia bukan kerja hakiki dia. That's why they fail to capitalize on the performance in the opportunities. And then energy management is a specialized job. You need the own skill, competency, knowledge, experience, the job, the title pun energy manager. Okay, and then again, energy manager ni can champion energy part of your sustainability. Okay, well, this is why you need that. And the role of energy manager dah berubah. Okay, if you go to developed country kan, dulu kat Malaysia mainly kat sini lah 1.0 Malaysia. Energy manager ni is a part of other jobs. And for me, I see some company dah moving. Actually, multinational dah move to 2.0 ni. More centralized. Okay, ideally, energy manager ni, dia lebih pada role manager, bukan energy. Energy ni more to engineering. The role manager, sebab energy engineer kan. So, energy manager ni more on the management side. And he's supposed to report direct to top management. Okay, kadang-kadang I jumpa some facility ya. Now kita ada RIM kan. Even management tak tahu siapa RIM dia. Kau ada engage third party. They don't even know who's the RIM. Okay, ideally energy manager then supposed to have the link, okay, top to the top in the management meeting or to the top management. This is what happened in many developed countries now. And then now the role, not only technical, okay, convincing the top management, get the buy-in, okay, data driven, they need to analyze the data, investment and all that, and keep improving. This is the role of energy manager now. Just to give some perspective, go to here, go to UK. In UK, it's no law pasal energy manager, right? In Europe lah. But the market required, this is the market requirement. What market has established the requirement for energy manager in Europe, in UK? Okay, in UK. Example, look here. See the role. If you look at the role here, bullet by bullet, right? More management roles than technical roles. You look here. It's very little technical part. Instead, they really embrace the concept of energy manager. Okay, it's not engineer. Energy manager. If you look here, what is skill required? Okay, it's not just even carbon and all that here. Look at the salary here. Okay, range of £22,000 to £32,000. I'm not sure whether this one weekly or monthly. For me, weekly and monthly still very much high, right? For us, right? If you look here, more than 5 years, up to 30 to 55,000 pound. I don't know weekly or monthly. I don't know. Okay, if you look here, This is in UK. Market has acknowledged the role of energy manager. Okay, and then look at our friend next, Singapore. Similar. If you look here, example of the job advertisement I saw, energy manager for this company, Pacer International Limited. Look at the responsibility here. It's very little technical. So much management roles. So means that he's somebody who's reporting or liaising merely on the management. In Malaysia, unfortunately, energy manager always engineer, which is always not involving in the decision making. Alright? What value energy manager can bring you? Of course, make your company more energy efficient. And because he's professional, he get the best result. Okay? If you don't perform, sack them, simple as that. They have some responsibility. Okay? He's a professional. They have some specific technical background and experience. Okay? Expert in anything about energy management. Alright? So at the end, they help you to reduce energy costs. It's a specialized job. Supposed to be more strategic and it's more management, not just typical engineer lah. And now I share some success story. Okay. This is company that are now has been enjoying the benefits of energy management. Look here, look at the target and how they have achieved all the targets set. Okay, Diversity, 3M, Johnson Control, all right, and then Marriott and Starbucks. Look here, look the number there. Okay, they have got it. Okay, corporate level, management level, by adopting best practices in energy management. Mainly, they are referring to the energy management system. And then you look even in Malaysia, EMAS, okay, one of the pioneers, okay, UTM, how much they save in 4 years, okay, 3 years, all right. And that's why now more and more being promoted in the government, okay. All hospitals in Malaysia adopting EMAS. Okay, I think, in fact, not even the Ministry of Energy heading this. I think Ministry of Health is much more advanced when it comes to energy management. Not even Ministry of Energy, not even JKR. Okay, interesting. And then this is from U10. Okay, I got from my friend U10. Okay, so how much the impact? Okay, how much they save reduction in terms of ringgit Malaysia, 4 million in 4 years. It's a lot of money, right? And they got recognition as well. Okay, they got certified, they got awards, okay, in 2021, okay, ASEAN, okay, ASEAN and also national level, the recognition they achieve. Okay, and you look here, another one, global, okay, if you look at the payback period, except the number one left, okay, high because government building, okay, bill is very low, but look at others, look at the payback period, okay, 10 months, 7 months, less than 1 year, okay? And then just like above 1 year, less than 1 year. Why is that? Why adopting management system give them very short payback period? Kenapa? Saya nak tanya. Ada boleh guess tak? Kenapa agaknya? Okay, kenapa payback period di adopt management system ni payback tu rendah? Very fast. Kenapa? Agak kenapa? Kenapa?
Low capital kot.
Okay, low capital lagi? Yang lain nak jumpa tak?
Efficient.
Ada kata high impact project. High impact ni costly lah. Mahal lah kan? Yes, you are right. Sebab the idea of the idea of adopting management system as a start, you should look into low and no cost measure. You don't adopt management system, you jump into the big investment. They will scare your management. Because the system supposed to develop the foundation, promoting the practices, but same time show the result. Even though low cost, that's why again, yeah, you mentioned high impact, low cost. Low cost, high impact. That's supposed to be the priority when you start adopt management system. Don't talk about big investment yet. Okay? Because when you do system, look into low and no cost measure, but show the result through the right indicator. All right? And then that will there'll be a very good point to convince your top management to invest more money. Easier because have a proven good result. Yes, you are right. Low cost. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's look again. Okay. That's why if you look here, globally, you look globally, 2020, mainly ISO 2001 in Europe. That's why if you look here, Europe is very advanced when it comes to practice. Okay, Europe. Followed by China. Kenapa China? Kenapa China? China bukan develop lagi kan? Kenapa China? Anyone? Lepas Europe kan tengok ni Turkey, Hungary, Spain kan? Germany and all that. Kenapa? Lepas followed by China. China ni yang coklat ni. Second followed by China. Kenapa? Kan jauh kan? Kenapa? Agak-agak. Kenapa? Anyone? Anyone like to try? Tak ada okey lah. Sebab China ni dia supply to Europe. Europe impose requirement. Show your evidence of sustainability practices. So China manufacturer dia kena comply lah. So dia kena certify lah. Simple je. Market requirement. It's not about saving. Because business requirement. Tu je sebenarnya. If you look at ASEAN pula, tengok where we are. Kita ni antara yang ke belakang. okay, we are antara yang ke belakang. So we are not among the top. We don't really practice energy management lah, honestly. This data shows that lah, indication lah. Okay, most yang certified ni pun, I would say banyakkan multinational. Dekat Malaysia ni pun. I know it lah. Okay, not local, tak banyak local. Ada few lah local company, not many. Mostly MNCs lah. Okay, satu lagi sebab Malaysia tak banyak insentif lah. Okay, we go to Indonesia, Thailand ada insentif from government. Okay, so that's about the Okay, so now let's understand about the element in the energy system. Okay, here I refer to ISO 2001 as my guide. Okay, for energy management system, any reference either ISO or MAS, okay, the focus is energy performance. So in the system, the most critical element, you must be able to demonstrate your energy performance improvement in particular. That's why a lot of data required process to establish the proper indicator and a proper energy baseline. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, another one. Okay, and normally if you adopt a management system, it's compatible. Kalau you dah ada sekarang ni 9001, 14001, 45001, alright, it's easy to expand further to energy. Tak susah sebab dia punya framework dia almost sama lah, PDCA cycle. So kalau kita tukar dia punya the whole system macam ni, okay, so these are the key component or the 6 component here. Okay, so these are all the element. Okay, so you need to develop the system step by step to have all the key element in all these element. Okay, if you look based on the ISO, kalau management commitment ni clause 4, okay, leadership ni clause 5, planning clause 6, okay, 7 support, clause 8 operation, clause 9 performance evaluation, clause 10 improvement. Okay, that's basically lah. So how to develop? So this is the process lah. Okay, first you need to know where you are. Okay, what's the current commitment? Okay, and then you start to develop the system. Okay, this is normally the longest process. Okay, and then after your system completed, together with the documentation, and you implement the system, and then we conduct the performance evaluation, or you can go for certification. It's option. And then from time to time, at the right frequency, agreed frequency, you do the management review for you to present the result of the system to the management. So this is an ongoing process lah. But this is the challenge. Okay. Sekarang ni kan masalahnya, bila kita nak buat sistem ni, okay, contohnya sekarang lah, kalau saya tanya, Unimap dah ada admin system kan? Dah ada kan? Tengok Nizam ada Tak ada animation system, Unimap. Tak ada Unimap dah ada belum? Siapa dah ada animation system tempat dia? Siapa dah ada dah? Anyone dah ada animation system tempat dia? Company dia? Siapa dah ada?
Ex company dulu pernah lah, tapi yang current company, current employer masih lagi kita tengah develop lah.
Siapa tu? Cik Zaini ke?
Saya betul.
Cik Zaini selanjutnya dah ada ni, saya tanya siapa, boleh tak? Saya sikit. Kalau lah somebody tanya Cik Zaini katalah kami lama ni tanya Cik Zaini, can you show me your energy management system? Ni nak tunjuk apa sebenarnya?
Basically the whole system. Kita punya PDCA, the result as well.
And lama agak nak spend masa untuk tunjuk tu?
Basically kalau kata saya punya previous experience 15 minit je tak sampai.
Apa nak tunjuk? Apa yang akan tunjuk?
Kita punya performance, kita baseline performance sekarang macam mana, kita punya forecast, yes.
You hanya tu fokus performance sajalah.
Performance, forecast and so on, saving, energy saving measure.
Motor result lah.
Motor towards result lah basically. Sebab management dia nak result and monetary.
Okay. Itu biasa dah tu. Terima kasih Cik Zaimi. Itu biasa lah.
Ya betul. Okay.
Betul. Okay. Maksudnya you focus result, tapi sebenarnya result is only a part of the system kan? Betul tak? Kan?
Betul, setuju.
Maknanya kalau orang tu memang dah tahu sistem tu, dia tahulah you present result. Tapi kalau dia tak tahu sistem, dia tak dapat the big picture lagi kan? But tadi if you look here, okay. Thank you very much Zaini. If you look here again, if you look here again, okay. This is system lah. Ini sistem lah ni semua ni. Nak tunjuk semua yang Cik Zaini cakap ni, tunjuk kat sini bahagian nombor performance evaluation ni. Result dia lah. Okay. So dah tunjuk semua ni. Okay, this is the challenge normally. Okay, the challenge is that, okay, how to make sure everything tu documented and visible. Senang nak tengok. And how to make it easily access, updated and senang. Everything one place. At the same time, how to share responsibility and how to make it user friendly. Tanpa melibatkan software. You know that. Sebab tu, if you remember, okay, sebab bila nak develop sistem ni, kita tak boleh buat only by a group of people je. Tak boleh by only facility department, quality documentation department, tak boleh. Dia kena embraced by all employees through ongoing awareness and training program based on every target group, and then you boleh integrate dengan current system. And you kena satu kaedah di mana you letak everything into one place. Senang buka satu file semua satu tempat. And sistem tu kena mudah. Okay, that's why this is what I learn masa I pergi training United Nations dulu. Okay, if you look here, this is best practice. The way I look at this is best practice because sebab senang. Okay, if you look here, satu file je. Okay, I open the original file. This is what been given to me masa I undergo training ini dulu. Okay, nampak my screen boleh nampak Nampak my screen tak?
Nampak.
Okay. Ni file yang saya dapat tahun 2012 Dia original file saya dapat 2012 from Unido. Masa tu I undergo the expert training. File ni dia ada summary content kat sini. All the item dalam sistem. Ini all the element dalam energy management system sampai if you want to get certified. Kalau tak nak certified, you hanya tengok sampai nombor ni je. Sampai nombor 1 ni sampai nombor 20 saja. Okay. If you look here, inilah sistem. Elemen-elemen ni dan semua ni, this element here are all what supposed to be in the energy management system. And how they structure it. So dalam every spreadsheet. So every spreadsheet ni dia letak elemen kat sini. So bila dia buat develop the system, dia akan isi this spreadsheet one by one. Step by step, one by one. Okay, everything here. Okay. Alright. This is what so this is how you put everything into one place. Semua kat sini. Okay, target semua kat sini. Everything target semua kat sini. Okay. All will be here. So this is the system lah. Everything centralized. And what I did, okay, I dah improvise What I improvise like this. Ini yang asal 2012 saya dapat. Apa yang saya dapat sekarang ialah this one. Okay, this is yang terbaru punya lah. I dah improvise from there. Okay, how I develop the system? I dah improvise macam ni. Okay, sama konsep dia, I expand. Katalah you nak buat EMAS, you boleh letak kat sini. Macam sini saya buat ISO kan, sebab tu I refer ISO punya requirement kat sini, clause kat sini. Kalau you nak buat EMAS, you letak clause EMAS kat sini lah. Okay, and all the document available, who are in charge, everything here. And all information here. Everything is here. Okay, look here, scope and boundary, all the parties involved, the policy, okay, the org chart, the role in the matrix, all energy data is here, okay, and then all SU here, okay, as all the trend here, monitor performance all here, okay, and then equipment list, they got all the pie chart, all the SU here, all right, where energy being used here, okay, everything is here, okay, all the saving project they put all here, okay, the target is here, all right, the target is here, all right, activity, action plan here, what they monitor here, okay, everything is here, what they design, what the procurement, everything is here. This is how we resolve this issue. This is how we resolve this, everything into one place. All right, so this is basically supposed to be the approach lah. I did not create the spreadsheet, I get it from Mio. It's been proven easier. Okay, this is example lah. Okay, so this example how we put everything into one place, everyone had a role, okay, and how where are all the documents is being referred. Okay, now let's have a look. Okay, we go one by one. I just quick look run through with you the step to develop the system. Okay, the first one, commitment. You must get the commitment. Because without commitment from the top management, forget it. Waste your time. So this why sometimes management, they need to be aware what actually their role. Okay, you need to make them aware about their role. So that somebody must tell them. So how they can indicate the commitment? Through policy. Okay, through policy. And what is supposed to be role of top management? If you look here, ensuring all this. But is management expected to do all this? No. They delegate everything to the committee. Okay, so management must understand their role and the role being delegated to committee. Okay, and then communicate the role and make sure all whatever the policy being introduced to be implemented through all the element in the system. That's why dalam sistem, siapa yang penting sekali? Okay. First, who chair the committee? Okay, and whoever chairing the committee must be somebody sit in the management meeting. That's the list. And then who will support him? This is where we need NG manager. Okay, NG manager will become the right hand man of the wakil in the top management or the chair of the committee. So what are role of NG manager? This is I help you to guide you. This is my definition. This can be your job description of the NG manager. If you look here again, NG manager is someone supposed to be the bridge between top management and the operation. And these are lists of the role of NG manager, just like you have safety officer, quality manager, and all that. So you must define the role of that. That's why it can be full-time job. Honestly, okay, a lot of management works here involved. Okay, not to forget about project lagi kan. Okay, this is example here. And step one, okay, ini dia punya the commitment, the first commitment, and then okay, now let's develop the system. Step one, you must simple start dengan you punya consumption, understand the consumption trend from the bill, analyze it, okay. You should know what cost increase or decrease, what to look at, and you'll be surprised how much action you can take from here. In this example, I show two ways of analyzing it. One is the monthly consumption trend. Understand your trend, when the highest, when the lowest throughout the year. And then second one is analyze trend, where you can even show your performance improvement. Okay, much easier compared to monthly trend. And at the same time, you make sure you take records. You record your observation. You record observation, whatever you do, you record it, and then you take notes. Put it something like this. Step number 1, fundamental. Analyze your bill, understand your bill. You may find something that is useful to take action already without any technical matters involved yet. Alright? And then step 2, confirm where energy being used. We call it here significant energy use. You need to know how much energy go to aircon, lighting, and all that. Why is that? Because you need to focus. If you want to put effort, if you want to invest, where to focus? At area where you use energy the most. Worth it to spend time and money on that. This is where also it may help you to decide to put submitter for proper monitoring of the particular SEU. Step 3, you need to know who are the person involved in there, who are operating and maintain this equipment, the largest user of energy. Why these people require proper training? Okay, from the manager to the operators. Don't ignore their competency. It's important. At least they know they are the one that run the equipment all the time. So they need to be well trained and have certain degree of competency. That's step number 3. Step number 4, establish your indicator and baseline. This is very, very important. This is often the critical issue, often being overlooked by many companies. Because if you don't establish your proper indicator, you may even mislead your management. You must know the method, the technique on how to establish performance indicator, proper performance indicator for your particular plant or building. For me, kalau building ni kurang sikit lah, tak complicated sangat lah. Okay? Tapi kalau measuring facility memang quite complicated sikit lah. Okay? So you kena learn the right technique and have the right knowledge to establish the correct ENPI or performance indicator. And then from there only, after you have established a proper indicator, you can establish the correct or proper energy baseline. These two will become the measurement. If you want to measure performance subsequently, these two must be correct. Okay? If not, you may be mislead your management. Okay? Somehow. This example, okay? This example, how you set your baseline. This is the ideal situation. Okay? But ideally, if you have all submitter, okay, it'll be easier. But most of the time, it's not. That's why this example, you have submitter. That's why if you have this just now, when you establish your SEU, it's always recommended to put submitter for SEU. Okay? Park that into your part of your projects. Okay? And then from there, you can do this. This is the ideal situation to measure your performance through baseline from the metered data before and after. Easy, no one dispute you. And this is another example of baseline. This one from the statistical analysis. Okay, if you look here, the orange is the baseline, the blue is the actual. So in this case, the bill never go down. But they know that they are good because they are always using lesser than what is supposed to do. This analysis they have to use the result of this regression analysis to get this. All right. This is in this case, this factory is very good because they are using always lesser than what is lesser than the baseline. They are good. Okay. And then step 5, find potential. One, establish your baseline indicator. Step 5, find the potential. This is the only technical work in the energy management system. Sorry, one of the 2 technical works. Okay. Number 5 here. Okay, so find the potential. This one can be done from the internal assessment, walkthrough audit, or even you can conduct energy audit. Okay, that's why government giving this grant now. It will help you to identify your saving opportunity. We have this energy audit grant for companies. Okay, to get the grant to do the energy audit here. Okay, to identify the potential for improvement. All right, go to the website to get more details. And this example of when you did the technical study or energy audit, you get this. So the value here, kilowatt hour and RM here become your potential saving or improvement opportunity. Okay, and this value will be inserted into your target. Okay, so step number 6. Okay, step number 6, when you know where to improve, you set the targets. Okay, so the targets, the one that can be quantified is from this. From the energy audit, we quantify how much you can save, and that value can become the target. Okay, target can be low cost, can be high cost. But a part of technical target, you also need to put the targets for awareness program, communication program, also training program. Okay, so they call it balance, not just technical. Okay, you must have target for other part of the system as well, awareness, communication, and training, and all that. And all must be numerical. Okay, for it easier for you to measure subsequently. So this example of targets. Okay, this example. Okay, we'll look here on the left side, all the target value, they have the baseline. Okay, on the left side, baseline, followed by the target from the saving measures. Okay, and then the right one is the actual. In this particular factory, they are always good because always getting target. The actual always better than the targeted values. This is very good practice lah. This is from my case study. Okay, a factory in Penang. Okay, if you look here, very good. They always achieve more than what they targeted. And this is okay. So this is example of you complete the planning. So when you complete your system planning, you must have all this. Okay, you understand consumption trend, establish your SCU, establish your indicator, you have your baseline, you know where to improve, you set your target, you have the action plan, and also the data collection plan. Okay, and all must be agreed, approved by management, and well communicated. The whole company is supposed to know how much your target in terms of any savings, not just the committee, not just the management. Okay, everyone should know what the goal of the system. And step 7, and then this is what happened in the operations. Okay, in the operational system, every SCU, okay, you must operate and maintain to the maximum performance in terms of efficiency. Okay, you might establish the criteria, for example, what temperature you should run for your chiller. Okay, what efficiency you should run for your motor, for your boiler, for your air compressor. You must implement that. And you design, if you have any change, okay, any new building, new system, new machine, you must consider energy efficiency in the design. And if you do procurement, okay, you must also consider energy in your procurement, not just the best price. So we are here now. Okay, in the operation here. Okay, that's step number 7. Step number 8, okay, monitor performance. That's why again, the first part, check your energy performance. Check the value against your baseline that you establish based on your indicator. Check your trends. Check system compliance, normally internal audit, if you got certification. Check your operation of SU. Are they running according to what all the requirement? Check the progress against the action plan. So we are here. Okay, all right. So this is how to monitor. This example of how system that are effective indicates the performance improvement. If you look here, this is actual case study. If you look, the bill here never go down. But this factory invested almost 7 million in 5 years. But they know that at new building, at new machine, but the bill never go down here, right? But how to show that they are good? That's why they establish proper indicator, they establish proper baseline. They can see they are good because they're always using lesser than what's supposed to be. Okay, they establish proper baseline indicator. Okay, and then they can even monitor their progress. If you look here, okay, they are getting better from time to time. This is something that management will love to see. Okay, and then you can quantify the saving. Okay, you can quantify the saving, can show to the management how much they have achieved or avoided consumption. Okay, and then it convert into CO2 emission. Okay, and the last, okay, step 9, from all these performance, that you have quantified and you have translated into something visual, present to the management. Okay, present to the management in the management review. Why? Because you need to management to keep supporting you, right? Right. So this is what happened. If you management, there's the result, we can support further. If no result, what's there? All right. This is example. And then we complete the cycle. This is our ongoing activities. Okay. Training, communication, operational control, procurement, design, action plan, and performance evaluation. These are ongoing. And by doing this, you will save energy. Okay, you save energy. Okay. So any questions so far? That's how I summarize it. How I summarize into the best practice to develop the system. Okay. Any question before we come to the last part of this? Any question? That's how the step to develop the system, step by step. Okay? How long does it take? Okay, with my experience, with my experience as a consultant, okay, from if you as a consultant, 8 to 11 months to develop the system. Okay? Kalau as an energy manager, as a RIM, up to 2 years. Up to 2 years. As a RIM, I help my client up to 2 years to develop proper system for their company. Okay, not that fast lah. Because along the way, a lot of challenges lah. Any question? Ada tak? Tengok dekat ni ada soalan tak dekat sini? Ada soalan tak?
So far tak ada soalan lagi.
Yang lain tak ada? Semua ada ramai ni, 180 dekat 190 orang.
190.
190 ni. Kan dah sama ada confused ataupun tak faham, saya risau tu je. Any question tak? Yeah. Are you clear? Ya, diam setuju ke diam tak? Diam confused ni. Semua thumbs up je ni. Betul ke ni? Apa ada wakil universiti ada ramai kan from Unimap ni kan? Okay, clear lah. I hope clear lah. Saya tengok ramai banyak thumbs up ni. Okay, thank you very much lah kalau clear. Saya harap macam tu lah. Okay. From Mr. Jaskirat Singh Mihal, how to educate FM companies that energy management is important because they don't seem interested in the saving method. Okay. FM company ya. Okay, macam ni I share you some experience lah. Okay. So FM company ni, tengok kalau sama ada dia, kalau dia talking about outsource company kan, okay, dia have to subject to the FM contract punya requirement, condition dia kan. That's why kalau dia dah being engaged kan, being appointed lah, contract dah tak ada energy management dalam tu, susah dia nak buat. Tapi don't give up lah. Dia kena slowly build the business case. Apa kena what you can highlight highlight how much the owner of the building tu akan rugi kalau tak buat energy management. Don't talk about saving lagi. Don't talk about saving, don't talk about cost tak. Katakan if you do this, banyak what you may lose in terms of business opportunity, in terms of image and all that. Okay? It's not, FM company bukan dia tak nak buat tapi dia subject to their contract punya term. Okay? That's why penting, okay? Kalau saya, okay? Penting you internal kan? Kalau you internal you nak engage FM company. Okay? Your term contract tu masuk ke energy management. Okay? Macam what government did the right thing lah. Sekali semua FM contract dalam government dah letak term tu, paling kurang kena ada RIM. Paling kurang, energy management. Okay? Tapi how far the execute tu, Allah Alam saya tak tahulah. Tapi for me it's a good step. Okay? Kalau you are company owner, you want to engage outsource company to manage your facility. You put that energy management requirement as a part of your contract term. And ask them to show, let's say dia hantar proposal, in their FM proposal tu pun, show the value what they can do and do that. It's a part of that. Okay? I think not fair to say they are not interested. So normally they are interested, but the term contract, tengok apa term contract dia, they have to the contract lah. But there are I know some of them are very proactive. I met some of them, they try to convince management even though beyond the scope, beyond the contract, but somehow the management, the owner do slowly somehow understand and then started to, when they review the contract, they add into the contract element lah. Itu kalau you outsource. Kalau dalaman, okay, dalam kedalaman, you kena kesian orang facility ni sebenarnya. Okay, dia banyak. To be fair, okay, so energy management is supposed to be promoted as a company activity, not FM activity. Okay, when you invest, for example, energy management, the benefit to the company, not FM, not the facility management. Okay, that's why, again, you must build a strong business case to your top management. Okay, energy management must be the way forward must be as a part of the business strategy. And they also can contribute to the company profitability, also bottom line. Okay, I can tell you, so far, none of my client yang going certification for ISO 51 sebab nak save energy. None. So far lah. Now, most of them, why they do it? Why they get certified? Because of business requirement. Okay, because when you manage your energy, you will save energy. That one guaranteed. But why you should do it? If you have money to pay the bill. Normally, if you have money, if become business requirement, you will do it. Okay, I hope that answered the question, Mr. Jaskirat. All right, so okay, now let's go to the final part of my sharing today. Kita ada 15 minutes lagi kan? Okay. So just to add this one, digitalization lah. Okay, so sekarang ni everything is smart kan? Okay, it's smart. So energy management should also embed smart system or digitalization in the practices. Okay, because you have digitalization, we have to make faster decision. Because now not just you can do just monitoring and control, you also can do some kind of analysis. Okay, that's why energy management should embark on adopting the digitalization as well lah. Because IoT change everything. This is the way forward. Everything now digitalized, everything now smart, everything now real time. No longer, all on the screen. All can be in your click. Okay, that's why energy management and the demand side, okay, also must adopt that. If you look here, and the demand side, okay, even easier for you to manage your energy, okay, as tools to make faster decisions. If you look at in Malaysia, okay, we are getting more smart in terms of energy supply now. We are now having a smart grid program. So by 2026, all will be smart metered. Okay, so this is what you expect the way forward. The way forward, we expect all will be digitalized, all connected. So energy management is a part of that. So you must also not slowly, I think to some point, you must adopt this in your, they will make your decision can be made faster through real-time data. Because they will modernize your energy management duties, faster decision, real-time, okay? You can get it from anywhere remotely and all that. You can set the targets, all right, and all that. You get all the data available on your hands. Okay. So what are the benefits? You can get real-time data. You can do your own energy accounting. You can do benchmarking. Okay. You can monitor your performance, monitor and measure performance. You can produce reports. Okay. You can help your operation maintenance become more efficient. You can customize, okay, the system to every plant, every building, every equipment, every particular system. Okay, this is example lah. All now can be online. Alright, example lah. Okay, I got some of the company that doing this. Alright, okay, all can be all online. Okay, that's all, and then that's what's next. Okay, this is my summary to this lah. Okay, so the keyword now ESG. So for companies, ESG will continue to link between sustainability and profitability. So energy management need to be in the strategic business activity. Okay, this is how you are moving forward. And secondly, energy manager should have more role strategically. Okay, not just technical. Because if energy manager only focusing on technical, he won't become effective. And start the next one. Okay, legal requirement, market requirement with digitalization are key drivers in adopting the energy management system practices in the energy management practice in the company now. Okay, so with that, that's my summary. Okay, wrap up. Okay, maybe we can have a last and final so-called Q&A session to conclude the session. All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Encik Zaini, for a very comprehensive and informative presentation today. So, adakah ada soalan-soalan daripada hadirin dan hadirat sekalian? Okay, kita dah share link kepada attendant, jadi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh mula mengisi attendant, dan dalam masa yang sama kalau ada soalan boleh untuk menanyakan secara live lah. Kita tak payah tulis lah.
Boleh. Tanya live lah. Kita ada lebih kurang 10 minit lagi ni. Kan? 10 minutes lah. Yang nak tanya pun boleh tanya lagi, tak masalah. Kita limit soalan-soalan.
Okay, saya nak tanya dululah kepada Cik Zaini. Okay, some of the companies, maybe government ataupun private sector do not have, dia tak ada budget. Dia tak mau nak invest untuk projek-projek energy conservation. So they are look forward for EPC, energy performance contracting. So what is your opinion regarding the EPC methods, and is there any example of success story by using EPC method?
Okay, thank you very much for the soalan tu Tuan Maniza ni. Honestly kan, saya dah macam penat tau cakap pasal EPC ni, honestly. Sebab the way I look at it kan, Malaysia punya market ni, I tak tahu kenapa, what stop them from going to that. Success story, okay, I can see many in the private sector, banyak. Okay, unfortunately success story kat government tak boleh share sebab banyak confidential. Sebab apa? Most EPC bidang government so far is done discreetly. Okay, my word discreetly bukan illegally discreetly. Tak boleh nak share publicly most of the time lah. Itu je isu dia. Sebab tu I always, go to the pioneer of EPC, US, the pioneer lah. Now followed by Europe and now followed by China, big time lah in Thailand. All started with the government building. Why? Because contoh kat US kan, kenapa dia government building? As a start, satu, of course dia nak save government money. Okay. Second, they can create jobs, they can create economic activity. They don't think about how much money can government make from that EPC. Kat Malaysia masalahnya, I tengoklah, honestly cakap lah, government buat EPC, government nak buat lebih duit daripada EPC. Salah konsep dia. Government dah ada revenue. Government dah ada revenue, dah ada cukai everything. Everywhere and you got budget. Alright? So EPC should be a mechanism. You have to look from bigger picture. Okay? Okay, you get the saving lah. Share the saving all that. Boleh lah. Tapi you should look from bigger picture. You nak tunggu, let's say nak retrofit the whole thing 10 million. Kan, more you wait, right? More you wait, more you waste energy. More you wait, use more money from the government, the people's money. So if you guna EPC, you tukar without any money spent, you share benefit with the company and then create job. Banyak benda lagi baik berlaku. At the same time, you are leading by example. You accept new good, getting your asset without any expenses. You should look beyond big picture, not to make more money. Konsep sekarang ni saya tengok kat kerajaan ni, bila saya pernah kenal lah, my experience ni kat ini public university lah ni, bukan UNIMED lah. Okay. They open tender, everything the process was nice. Dia bermula lah. I tolong dia buat, I tolong bagi input untuk buat. Bukan masa tu I dengan Mesko I tolong bagi guide apa nak buat. Dia good. Everything tender tu open, visit semua cantik. Until the time I masuk bidding tu lah. 3 package I dapat menang satu lah. I was selected satu package. I reject. Bila ada day I dapat surat tu, offer letter tu, letter of award tu, suddenly new term come up. New term dekat dalam tu tulis kat situ. Dia kata apa? Contract cannot be more than 5 years. Okay. Sharing must be 70-30. Audit tak buat lagi ni. Depan tu saya tolak. Saya tidak terima. Tiba-tiba jadi tamak. Itu je. Kenapa?
70-30
You know what? For a building that not even running 24 hours, 10 jam sehari lah universiti kan, mana running 24 hours office. So my point here is it's supposed to be sepatutnya EPC ni dah jadi mainstream macam kat Thailand tu. Kenapa tak nak buat lagi? Sebab the way I look at it, government tak nak tu je. Government tak nak. Sebab apa? We have been pursuing for the EPC contract dah dekat 10 tahun dah rasanya. Okay? EPC procurement mechanism. Okay, dah dekat 10 tahun dah rasanya kita propose. Tak agree juga. Kenapa tak nak? I don't know. Itu je. It's supposed to be the good way. Sebab banyak proven Thailand, US, proven. Satu lagi PPC ni proven. I give example kan. You tukar chiller baru. You boleh guarantee tak save energy? Guarantee tak save energy? Daripada 0.9 kWh to 0.6 kWh average. Guarantee tak save energy? ditukar T8 to LED, guarantee tak save energy? Guarantee. So apa masalah dia? Sorry lah, emotional sikit. Tapi my point memang, I pernah buat APC kita buat APC private sector, we invested up to satu projek 112 million. 3 stages kat kilang. Dia buat projek APC dekat Thailand, dekat Thailand. Dekat kilang kat Thailand, dekat Taiwan, dekat China I pernah buat. So tak ada masalah. Apa masalahnya? So the problem now, nak ke tak nak? Nak. Macam universiti kan. You dah ada autonomi. What stop you? You tell me. What stop you? What stop you? That's my answer to that.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer. Dia sebenarnya nak ataupun tak nak je lah.
And then lagi, kita ada 4 minit lagi ni. 4 minit lagi. Anyone?
Okay, ada soalan-soalan lagi daripada audience? Okay, kalau tak ada, in terms of, ada satu lagi soalan. So in terms of graduate skills, maybe untuk terlibat di masa depan dalam bidang energy management. Kita tengok tadi kita ada SDG, kita ada ESG. Jadi maybe apa skill yang tak ada di universiti yang perlu kita tambah kepada graduan supaya dia boleh terlibat dalam bidang ni dengan
Okay, ada soalan ya. Okay, ada dua soalan, satu daripada Tung Nizam, satu lagi daripada Mr. Jaskirat. Okay, tanya Tung Nizam dulu. Okay. Dia macam ni, dia basic dia energy kan. Any engineering science should be good enough. Okay, tapi you kena lebih kepada, sebab dia management, the way I look at it, lebih you kena good in analytical skill. How you analyze analytical skill, and also another one management skill and communication skill. Sebab I would say the fundamental tu background tu technical lah, tapi you must, on top of that, you must good in analysis, okay, and how to convert all the number into something tangible, okay, and you must be able to manage it, and then how to can communicate well. That's key skill lah. Being engine manager ni, engine management ni melibatkan management. You have to interact with many people, different level of people and all that. So you must have that kind of good communication skill lah. Okay, sebab tu kalau engine manager ni orang pendiam dia tak akan berjaya. Okay, so I would say analytical skill, okay, on top of your current technical skill lah, engineering and all that, science skill and all that, and then management skills, okay, how you do reporting, presenting and all that, and then communication skill. That's our skill lah. Sebab honestly dia tak banyak technical, okay, tapi sebab energy management ni a specialized area. Good to have technical background, but you don't have to be technically expert to embark on this field lah. Okay. And then Mr. Jaskirat kan, dia kata boleh tak convert tu kepada carbon? Yes, kalau you ada project, energy saving project kan, if you follow certain protocol untuk measure, verify the saving, boleh, why not? Senang je. If you let's make sure when you establish your baseline, how you verify your saving tu kena ada proper MNV plan lah. Okay, follow certain protocol macam IPMVP kan, so called ISO 2015 kan. They follow certain protocol of verification. Why not? That's the biggest portion of the carbon lah. For you do the carbon trading and all that, offset and all that. Okay, I hope that answer the question, Mr. Jaskirat. Okay, I think that's all. Saya nak tutup apa? Saya minta maaf lah kalau terlebih terkasar bahasa ke apa, saya minta maaf lah. And yang slide ni saya akan share pada organizer. Okay, boleh minta pada organizer lah kalau nak if you need copy lah, give to the organizer for your reference lah. Okay, thank you very much everyone.
Okay, alhamdulillah, majlis ucapkan terima kasih banyak kepada penceramah kita pada hari ini, iaitu Encik Zaini bin Abdul Wahab, yang telah menyampaikan perkongsian beliau berkenaan dengan energy management system dengan begitu contoh-contoh yang boleh kita gunakan untuk manfaat kita. Jadi majlis kita telah sampai ke penghujungnya. Pihak penganjur iaitu Pusat Pengurusan Tenaga dan Kampus Lestari, COSCEM, UNIMAP ingin merakamkan terima kasih kepada penceramah kita iaitu Encik Zaini di atas perkongsian dan penerangan yang diberikan. Semoga apa yang disampaikan akan memberi manfaat kepada semua kita yang hadir pada hari ini. Dan ucapan terima kasih juga kepada semua hadirin hadirat yang hadir ke program ini, yang mana sambutannya daripada jumlah dalam Google Meet ini nampaknya begitu menggalakkan. Yang kita dapati bukan setakat warga Unimap saja, ada di kalangan daripada agensi-agensi kerajaan dan juga profesional daripada syarikat-syarikat swasta yang turut hadir. Sokongan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan dalam menjayakan program pada hari ini adalah amat dihargai. Dan jangan lupa untuk mengisi kehadiran. Menerusi link attendance yang diberikan, insya-Allah sijil penyertaan e-certificate akan diberikan terus. Dapat terus kepada email yang didaftarkan. InsyaAllah slide presentation dan juga rakaman sesi webinar ini kita akan kongsikan dengan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Mungkin hari ini ataupun besok kita akan share terus kepada email tuan-tuan supaya dapat dirujuk. Saya kata pihak majlis mengucapkan memohon kemaafan sekiranya ada salah dan silap semasa majlis ini berlangsung. Dan sebelum bersurai, kita ambil gambar lah ramai-ramai. Mohon tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang ada kamera boleh buka lah kamera. Tengoklah setakat yang boleh isi dalam kita punya ni. Banyak gambar.
Kalau nak buat lepas ni buat PC boleh lah Cik Abang. Session boleh PC.
Okey, saya akan buat pengiraan untuk urus dia mengambil gambar. 1, 2, 3. Okey, sekejap kita buat satu freestyle lah. Apa-apa style yang thumb up ke apa ke. Okey, 1, 2, 3. Okey. Sekian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih semua.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.